Okay, so it's behind closed doors. It's in secret. They are not thinking that you're knowing what they're doing. What are narcissists doing in secret? I'm revealing all of that today, so you're not going to want to miss this one. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney, and I'm a USA Today bestselling author of Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And today I'm breaking down the 8 weird hobbies that narcissists secretly enjoy. And if you're new here, subscribe because you don't want to miss one single thing. So we're diving into a juicy topic today. This is something that is kind of like surprising because you know that narcissists are kind of doing weird things behind your back, but what are those weird hobbies that narcissists are secretly enjoying? Some of them are kind of disturbing, quite frankly, but all of them are going to kind of give you clarity and leverage. Most of all, leverage, especially when you're doubting your gut and you want to start strategizing for your freedom. As we're going along, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your comments. So tell me which ones you guys have seen firsthand. And if there's one that I missed, I want to know about that too. So either way, let's get this conversation started, shall we? Let's get this party started. First one is admiring themselves online. They want to see what's going on. This is kind of obvious, but kind of with a twist. They're not just active on social media, they're obsessed with themselves on social media. They stalk their own profiles. It's sort of like a full-time job. They're reviewing their likes, they're reviewing their comments, they're watching their own stories over and over again. Why? Because narcissists don't just want attention, they need proof that they're admired. If they don't get it, then they spiral. They might even delete the post. They blame others. They lash out. They might lash out at you if you don't like their post. I actually even had a client whose narcissistic spouse would post photos, their family, and if they didn't get enough engagement, he'd pull it down and accuse his wife of not being supportive enough if she didn't share it. This is like they're kind of like obsessed with this whole thing. If they don't exist online, like they don't exist sometimes, right? Because it's all external validation. It has to be all external validation. They don't like exist internally. It's all because internally it's like this black hole. So it's got to be as much as possible. Number two is rewriting the past over and over and over again. And this one is kind of crazy because it's scary and subtle. Because the one thing that I've actually even seen is sometimes like they'll take somebody else's past and make it their own. And they might even start to believe like that somebody else's story becomes their story. I've even seen like people take somebody else, like their spouse's story, and it becomes their story. And they even start to believe that it becomes their story. And they relive arguments and events and conversations in their head only to rewrite reality so that they become the hero or they become the victim. And it's like this mental TikTok reel that they keep editing and editing and editing the narrative. And so they'll say like, I never agreed to that, or I lied to that, or, you lied, or, you were out at the mall, or you were with your sister, or you were with this person. And they really, really convince themselves that this is how that happened, or you were with that person, or you were wearing that outfit, or whatever it was. And then they convince themselves that you changed your story. And really, like, they were the ones that changed the story or rewrote it. And why do they do this? Because the real story is one that threatens them or makes them look like the hero or makes them look like the villain. And so they molded and molded and molded until they are the one that comes out looking good. because they cannot be exposed. They cannot be looking bad. They have to mold it so that they feel safe again. All right. How is it so far? Oh, I want to hear your comments so far. Like, so true so far. And which ones have you guys seen so far? Throw it in the comments. Number 3 is what we call performative altruism, which is like fake giving, fake giving. So number 3 is they love to appear like they're so generous. They appear so generous, but underneath it all, they're extremely not generous at all. Okay, not generous at all. They'll donate to charities, or they'll hand out meals, or they'll show up at the first one at the hospital, or the first one at the church activity or whatever, only if there's an audience, only if there's a photo opportunity, only if the right people are going to see them in that particular opportunity. But they're actually super not generous at all. Like, I've known narcissists who, they show up right next to the cancer bed, but only if it serves them in a particular situation, and only if it's like, they make sure they post it on social media, but they're actually not interested in helping, because as soon as like there's not a good reason for it, or the right people don't really care if they're interested in that, and they lose interest. It's not about service. It's all about the image, which is really, really sad and awful, especially if they use people's tragedies for their own personal gain. But you see that fairly often with a narcissist. Narcissists have a confession to make, and that is that they are way more afraid of you than you are of them, especially in court cases, mediation cases, or any kind of cases where you have to negotiate with them. But you know what? I have a confession to make too. I'm sick and tired of these people bullying you and making you feel exhausted and paying way too much in attorney's fees and dragging you through the mud. My name is Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I've been recognized by U.S. News as one of the best lawyers in America. And in fact, I was so sick and tired of these people bullying you that I started studying narcissism so that I could beat them in the courtroom. And now I'm here to make the case so that you can win too. I developed a 4-part proven blueprint that has helped tens of thousands of people take back their freedom, win, and get back their power. And now I'm sharing it with you in a special live event, Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-part proven plan to take back your power. 4 simple steps, 1 free live event, 1 free hour of your life. That's what stands between you being in hell and you being free. Join me, click the link for Outsmart the Narcissist, the 4-step proven plan to take back your power. Just click the link and let's go. The next one is watching people fail, especially exes or people that are no longer in their lives. And this is where it gets, kind of dark. They enjoy watching people that they're no longer in relationships with, especially people that have left them or whatever, check up on you, not because they miss you, not because, they want to see what's happening, or, still in relationship with you or whatever, but because they want to see if you're miserable without them. So it's a twisted form of self-validation for them. Oh, they want to see like, oh, good, they're not doing as well as I am, or I'm doing better than they are, or they see they're nothing without me. So they'll look at your LinkedIn, or they'll look at your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever, and oh, look, they got laid off, or look, I have more social media followers than they do. I mean, it's so sick, but it is what it is. It's time to move on. And if you agree with me, just put move on. And, I always say send them light, but from over there. Okay. So just time to move on. If you need email or text templates so that you can move on, just go ahead and get my email and text templates at slaymyemails.com, slaymyemails.com. I have 30 email and text templates right there for you. And they will be perfect for you to just start to move on. And then you won't even have to think about it anymore, because you'll have all sorts of templates. They are so amazing. And you just have them right at the ready for you to just be able to start to move on. You'll never be like caught without something to say ever again. Okay. The next thing is impersonating success. This is fascinating because narcissists collect personalities like clothing. They mimic speech patterns, beliefs, and accomplishments of people they admire, but they never actually do the work to achieve it. And so they seem like they have confidence, but they don't actually do anything underlying it. They start like talking like they're Tony Robbins or they're Oprah or whatever, and they have like the catchphrases, but they don't actually have the success to back it up a lot of times. And so it's kind of like a weird sort of a thing that they do. So it's a kind of weird thing that they do on a daily basis. The next one is control fantasies. When narcissists are alone, they indulge in revenge fantasies or dominance fantasies. They imagine entire scenarios where they win or humiliate others or finally get the last word. It's not harmless. These fantasies sort of feed their entitlement or emotional dysregulation. Like one woman told me that her ex would pace the house, rehearsing fake arguments out loud as if he were on a reality TV show. You know, like it can be even kind of sadistic or malignant, depending on how up the spectrum they can be. Can be kind of dangerous too. So it's kind of frightening at times. Number 7 is micro snooping. Again, this can, on the stalking spectrum, they can be searching your phone, your emails, even your Google history, find something wrong, they go on your computer, they will try to get a step ahead. Information equals power. Narcissists are really good at looking for ways to get ahead of you. Find an old photo, they accuse you of hiding something, they twist a calendar entry into proof of cheating. They see lunch with somebody, they accuse you of something. They're extremely paranoid people. They look for anything that they can because they're extremely, extremely insecure people. It's sadistic for themselves and it's very sadistic for you. That's number 7. And we're down to the last one. The last one, 8 weird hobbies that narcissists secretly enjoy, which is all, of course, to get that full level supply to make your life miserable. Practicing interviews or speeches to no one. This is super bizarre, but it's actually more common than you might think. They think that they're going to be praised or awarded, and so they rehearse like they're on Oprah. But they need this external validation. So even if they have to manufacture it, people always think that I'm going to be, on these different shows. It's kind of weird. And so be honest, which one of these hit home for you? Have you seen any of these behaviors? Were there any that I missed? Drop your experiences in the comments. This is your space. This is your moment. Let's turn confusion into clarity together. If this video helped you make sense of this madness, remember to like it, to share it, because if anybody is out there who needs to hear this, who probably is out there going, oh my God, I've definitely seen a narcissist do this. That's crazy. Go ahead and like it, share it, and make sure to subscribe here and hit that notification bell, because you know what? Somebody is going to go, I've heard this, I've seen this. And remember, you are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are absolutely not powerless. You are strong. You are wise. You are rising. If you're a renter, you have to hear this. We rack up points on groceries, travel, practically everything else. But rent, until recently, that was just money out the door, but not anymore. With Built, paying rent finally pays off. There's no cost to join, and just by paying rent, you unlock flexible points that can be transferred to your favorite hotels, airlines, a future rent payment, your next Lyft ride, and more. When you pay rent through Built, you unlock 2 powerful benefits. First, you earn industry's most valuable points on rent every month, no matter where you live or who your landlord is. Your rent now works for you. Second, you gain access to your exclusive neighborhood benefits in your city. Built's neighborhood benefits are things like extra points on dining out, complimentary post-workout shakes, free mats, or towels at your favorite fitness studios, and unique workout experiences that only Built members can access. And when you're ready to travel, Built points can be converted to your favorite miles and hotel points around the world, meaning your rent can literally take you places. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, what are you waiting for? Start paying rent through Built and take advantage of your neighborhood benefits by going to joinbuilt.com/negotiate. That's joinbilt.com/negotiate. Make sure to use our URL so that they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/negotiate to sign up for Built today. Have you been looking for a natural way to relieve aches or discomfort or stress? CBD gummies from Cornbread Hemp are formulated to work with your body instead of against it. I have really close family members and friends who have dealt with stress or health issues, really severe health issues, and I have seen this work amazing miracles for them. And what I love about their products is that not only does it help relieve discomfort or stress or sleeplessness, but they're actually third-party lab tested and USDA approved, and they're organic, so they ensure safety and purity. And right now, Negotiate Your Best Life podcast listeners can save 30% on their first order. Just head to cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate at your checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/negotiate and use the code negotiate. When I first launched my store at shop.rebeccazung.com, I needed a simple way to manage online and in-store sales. Shopify Point of Sale made it seamless. Shopify POS connects everything online and in-store into one system. Customers shop how they want, and my team always has the tools to get the sale done. It's proven to work. Shopify POS users see a 22% better total cost of ownership and an 8.9% sales boost on average. Want more? Check out shopify.com/negotiate, all lowercase, shopify.com/negotiate. I definitely want to see you in my next video, which is 5 dark secrets that covert narcissists are terrified that you'll discover. I will see you in that next video. Remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will see you in that next video.